joining us now, all the way from Cairo, is Sharif Abdallah, who is the media officer of the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Sharif, thank you so much for coming through tonight. It's always a pleasure to see you, my friend. But a lot of Nigerians here are pretty happy with the team's performance so far. But there are those who are wondering that maybe the team could have done better against Morocco, gotten a result that would have, pretty much secured their place in the knockout stage. What is your take on how do you want to respond to that? How the Flying Eagles performed in that game?
My very good friend, it's always a pleasure to join you on Game on Central TV. Well, of course, the game ended in a barren draw yesterday against a highly technical side, Morocco. But I think we should just take a look at the game in general. Statistically, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria were far better than their Moroccan counterparts yesterday. And don't forget the fact that, it wasn't just about the Flying Eagles, it was also about the opponent yesterday. We met a highly technical side yesterday, a star-studded side. I mean, it could have been disastrous if we had lost yesterday. And at the moment, the group, if you take a look at the group, we're just we're on 4 points, while Morocco is also on 4 points as well. So the Flying Eagles are poised to make it to the quarterfinal stage of this competition. Okay. Hopefully, we want to top the group. I think that is, our eyes are fixed on topping the group at the moment. Okay. If you, like I earlier stated, if you look at the statistics of the game, maybe you can just try as much as you can to go back and glance through the statistics of the game. Trust me, we were better than the Moroccans yesterday, and a draw. It wasn't a bad idea. It wasn't a bad result, if you ask me. It wasn't a bad result because it could have gone the other way around. So we were satisfied with at least taking 1 point out of the possibly 3. If you add it up to the 3 points we already had against Tunisia, and of course we will face our next counterparts. Rather our next opponent, that's Kenya, with all sense of seriousness, and of course, this is in a bid for us to top the group. Okay. So I, on a personal note, I am satisfied with the 1 point we got against Morocco. Prior to the tournament, I mean, if you just go and look at how the Moroccans were played, it was actually a star-studded team, and I have to give, take a bow to the coaching crew yesterday, because they did a marvelous job, trust me. If you look at how Morocco played Kenya in the first group game of the tournament, they were almost everywhere. They played with tremendous attitude and character. They were a goal down twice, and they equalized, and eventually, left that pitch with all the 3 points available that very day against at the expense of Kenya.
Okay, so sorry to cut you short. I get what you're saying.
Against Morocco.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Shared the spoils. Some actually called it a drab game, but trust me, it was game approached with so much, so much pressure, and the fact that we were able to get at least 1 point out of the possibly 3. Okay. I think we should be thankful.
It's commendable. It's commendable. Sorry to interrupt, but I think Onyechi has a question for you. Well, Sharif, even the NFF statement, the opening paragraph said it was a drab game. So I think in all ramifications, the game was not what we expected. But I understand your point of view. My question is this. I am happy you said the technical crew are not taking Kenya, like underdogs. Remember what happened to us against Zimbabwe. So what is going to be the approach? Then, secondly, we have played 2 games. We scored 1 goal against Tunisia, no goal against Morocco. Is that a cause of worry? What are the coaches doing about it?
Well, certainly the coaches will definitely do 1 or 2 things to ensure that we get the goals. But on the flip side, we were unable to score a lot of goals, but we were also we boast of an incredible record in this tournament. At the moment, I can proudly beat my chest and tell you that Flying Eagles of Nigeria are the only team that are yet to concede in this tournament. I think that's also an impressive record.
Very true.
If you are unable to score, and at the end of the day, it could have been the other way around, like I stated earlier. What if they have scored? What if they have scored a couple of goals against you? So I don't think there is any cause for alarm at the moment. There is no need to press the panic button. Since we have gotten, at this stage, it's not all about goals, it's about taking away all the points available.
Okay, but what about that? What about that next game against Kenya that Oyochi asked about? How is the team approaching that game?
Well, all eyes are fixed on the Kenyan game, trust me. The technical crew are working on how to ensure that we at least surpass what we have achieved. One goal against Tunisia, no goal against Morocco, even though no goal scored against us against Morocco, so it wasn't a bad result if you ask me. But certainly at the moment, the coaching crew are working extremely hard, assiduously to ensure that we get a couple of goals against Kenya. Don't forget the fact that the Kenyans are also not pushovers because they gave Morocco a run for their money at the end of the day. I think the character which Morocco showed in the first game was what gave them all the available 3 points. So I think that's exactly what we're going to do against Kenya. And I'm highly optimistic that something definitely good will come out of that game.
Amen.
We're going to, at the moment, our eyes are fixed on how to top that table. That's the Group B table, so that we head into the quarterfinal stage with a lot of confidence.
Okay, Sharif Abdallah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I think you've spoken quite eloquently and given Nigerians plenty of confidence. You did mention a major statistic that the Flying Eagles are the only team yet to concede in this tournament, and I'm sure my other analysts will agree with you that while the attack might win games, defense wins you competition. So that is something to be particularly proud of. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Sharif Abdallah. I will be reaching out to you again, hopefully after the Super Eagles have beaten Kenya and have qualified for the knockout phase.